Oh, it's starting. Where's the sound? Oh, even they mess up sometimes, too. Make up your minds, Nintendo. There we go.
Hello everyone, this is Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game was recently honored with 5 awards at this year's Japan Game Awards. It's received a great many awards on top of that as well. Each award is very meaningful to me, so I would like to take the opportunity to extend my thanks to all those who have voted and to all those who have supported us. Thank you so much.
Is they ever going to sell those wall scrolls?
Without further ado, let's begin the presentation. First, we'll start with what the Neo Geo is.
What is the Neo
It refers to a
Geo?
1990 video game console for use in arcades and at home, as well as to the name of the system itself. In 1990, the equivalent to the Super NES had only just released in Japan, so if you wanted to play arcade games at home before then, the only option was to play the less polished ports on the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, with the Neo Geo system, you could play the arcade versions of games at home with no drop in quality. 1990 was right around the year that I started working for a game company. Back then, Japan had rental services for arcade games. In other words, you could go to a rental store, rent an arcade game, take it home, and play it.
Wait, what? Like, not a cabinet.
After that, they were sold for home use, but a
There's
single
an echo.
game would cost about 30,000 yen. That's expensive. But if you think about it, compared to playing a game in the arcade 300 times at 100 yen per play, you're getting your money's worth. At the time, some people actually thought this was cheap. I mean, there really are people who've played games in the Super Smash Bros. Series 1,000 or
Is there
even
still
10,000
echo?
times. Anyway, the MBS, as it was called then, was sold in various places, and for an arcade machine...
Oh, it's from the
it wasn't all that
Nintendo stream?
expensive.
Okay, that's not for me.
You could also get them on lease. That's why you'd end up seeing lots of candy stores having a Metal Slug cabinet.
Is it just you're
The
hearing
home version
Sakurai's
of the Neo Geo
Japanese
came
behind
with this
him?
Controller. Can you see? It has 4 buttons. And this is the actual console itself. Here is the reset button, and here you slot in the big game cartridges. This is the Neo Geo.
I thought he was gonna. Oh, dude! What a troll!
Actually, this is the
Sakurai.
Neo Geo X, the portable version released afterward.
Like, I don't know, they weren't nice enough
You
to
could
give
also
us an
insert it
actual
into
OG
the
Neo
docking
Geo.
station and play it as a home console. Beat Nintendo
I thought
Switch
they're
to
actually
it.
going to release that Neo Geo stick for Switch or
Portable
something.
multi-purpose console.
Hey, look, it is a
Updated
Switch.
iterations of past systems
They
are
just ripped the
emblematic
Switch
of
off.
the Neo Geo. Next,
What
let's
is
talk
Fatal
about what Fatal
Fury?
Fury is. It released in 1991, the same year as Street Fighter II, but this one came later. It launched after Street Fighter II. Like many of the other fighters, Fatal
I
Fury
Fatal
was often
Fury for
regarded
Super
as a
Nintendo.
title that was developed to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter II, but that's not really the case. Actually, both Street Fighter II and Fatal Fury were developed using the original Street Fighter as a foundation. In fact, the development of Fatal Fury was started by one of the planners of Street Fighter.
It's a good history lesson.
Did I just hear you say, wow? This one is also
No.
a multiplayer-focused fighting game.
Sakurai, no.
In this story, someone named Jeff Bogard is killed by Geese Howard. Geese Howard starts up a fighting tournament in Southtown, which he runs. To avenge his father's death,
This is
Terry
cool.
enters
Sakurai
the
does
tournament, which is
retrospectives
known
now.
as King of Fighters. I mentioned the term King of Fighters, something you may have heard before. Yes, there's actually a popular series called The King of Fighters, and
I
that series
love
is
how
named
matter
after
of
the
fact
fighting
he is. He's like,
tournament within the world
there's
of Fatal
also
Fury.
King of Fighters. It's a very popular fighting. He's just treating it like you know
And Terry Bogard,
nothing.
who is the protagonist of Fatal Fury, also appears in all the games in the King of Fighters series as one of the main characters. If you want to play a game from either of the Fatal Fury series or the King of
Sakurai would
Fighters
be
series,
like, popular
many of them
YouTuber
are available
donkey.
now on Nintendo Switch as
person
part
who
of the
makes videos
Arcade
on
Archive
YouTube.
series. You may not know which one to play first, but my recommendation from the Fatal Fury series would be Fatal Fury Special.
Yeah.
From the King of Fighters series, my recommendation would be the King of Fighters.
Do you agree with
95.
Sakurai, chat?
But if you want to play a
95?
fighting game with all sorts of strategic elements, then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
Dude, Sakurai knows his fighting game lore there.
Next, I'll give you some insight on Terry Bogard. Actually, this video was recorded about 1 month prior to its release. That's
Wait,
because
what?
we need to translate and edit videos like this one, and that takes time.
Oh, this was...
The
Okay,
game
they're shooting
footage
a
you see
month in
here is
advance.
not from the final production ROM, so please understand that there may be some elements that differ from the final game. Since we have the opportunity, I want to talk about Terry using a lot of SNK lingo, meaning in this discussion the younger generations may feel a little out of the loop.
Is this an okay boomer moment for Sakurai?
But there's nothing to worry about. When we released the original Nintendo 64
You young
version of
ones
Super
might not
Smash
understand
Brothers,
this
I was often asked,
lingo.
who is Samus?
Sorry, you don't know
Whether
the
or
King
not
of
the character
Fighters
is fun
in
to
the
play
SNK
as
lingo.
is more important than whether the character is new or old, or whether the character is recognizable to everyone.
It's more important that a character is fun
I want to
play.
make sure I present Terry to you in such a way that you can fully understand his appeal. So thank you. Okay, let's begin.
Goku will have like a 2-hour celebration when young Goku is announced. Wait. Yeah, okay. I want the me stuff, too.
This is Terry Bogard in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
He's still wearing an outfit that reflects the era of his original game, but we did our best to make him look cool in a variety of ways.
You made him look cool,
When he stands
Sakurai.
next to Ryu, it
He
almost
looks
makes you
cooler
wonder,
than Ryu.
is this really a Super Smash Bros. Game? Doesn't it? Just like Ryu,
How do you like
when
this
you're
level?
playing one-on-one, he'll face the opponent. Actually, he always looks in the opponent's direction. Even if you move him to a location behind the opponent, he'll quickly turn around, always keeping his focus on the opponent. Let's talk about his moves. His neutral attacks are jab, body blow, and high kick. Each move is something familiar from the Fatal Fury series. And his dash is power charge. This is a move
Love a
you
good
can use in
dash.
Real Bout, Fatal Fury Special, and others. In the original series, it was one of his special moves.
Something that everyone could bait out.
His tilt attacks are middle kick, rising upper, and underkick.
Underkick.
Compared to Ryu, his attack speed is slower. This is to match his original series.
I like that. That's like trivia right there.
Now for smash attacks.
Ryu's low
First up,
kick is faster.
backspin kick.
Yeah, backspin kick.
This smash attack is
That
the
looks sick.
equivalent to his strong attack, but the motion is
The
even
little
cooler than in
flash he
his
makes
original
before he
series.
does it. Lets you know it's coming.
Wild upper and slide kick. Both are from the original series. Then his midair moves. Jump, then chop. Jump, then kick. Jump, then
Oh,
back,
is that back kick? Yeah. Pretty cool.
and then somersault kick. However, this somersault kick was not included in the original series. But we needed a move to attack up, so we created a new move.
That looks like a baby flash kick.
Also, jump and then karate punch for a down air attack. If you successfully pull off a down air, it's possible to attack with a meteor effect, as you can
Ooh,
see
yeah.
here. It's basically like Ryu's. Next, I'll cover his throws. His forward throw is his familiar buster throw. His back throw is also buster throw. And his down throw is neck breaker drop.
That's so cool.
In fact, he used it in the game Fatal Fury Wild Ambition.
Yo, look at this. Sakurai
I miss
busting out
playing
the
that game
back.
on Hyper Neo Geo 64. And then
Wild
his up throw
Ambition.
is grasping upper. This sort of dodge attack can be performed after a spot dodge. I mentioned dodge attack, and this actually does exist. During a spot dodge, immediately press the button to counterattack. During a dodge attack, your upper body becomes invincible, so this kind of move gives you the advantage when you counterattack. Now for his special attacks.
Here we go.
His neutral special, with just the B
That
button,
fire,
is
yeah.
Power Wave.
Power wave. Spam that a lot as a kid.
Depending on
Spam
how
that
long
a
you
lot.
press the button, you'll use one of two types of special attacks, weak and strong. This one is weak
That was so
and kind
cool
of slow,
spamming that.
and this
Power
one's strong.
wave.
Fast, isn't it? For Ryu, in his original game, you used 3 buttons, so there were weak, medium, and strong attacks. For Terry Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game, but there were only 2 buttons for punch, so that's why he only has 2 attack levels, weak and strong. This rule applies to all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind. By the way, the attack Power Wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground, but how does it look in the air?
Wait.
In his original game, you couldn't use this move in the air.
Yeah.
This is how it looks now.
Ooh.
As of the King of Fighters 96, the Power Wave ability had a shorter range, so we've recreated that version of the move.
That's pretty cool.
It's a useful move in midair and helps keep opponents in check.
Dude.
Next, we have a special performed while holding in the direction of your opponent, Burning Knuckle. This move also has a weak and strong version, as well as a command input. Like the Hadouken command input from Street Fighter II, you perform this command using the directional inputs, down to the side in the direction of your opponent, and then press
Will that
the
make
button.
it more powerful?
Doing so makes the move a bit stronger.
Yeah, that's so cool.
This
I love
means
that.
Burning Knuckle has 4 variations. Weak without command input, and strong
without command input, and then weak and strong with.
Weak with command input, and
Nice.
strong with command input. The strong
cool.
version using the command input is of course the most powerful. You'll hear a noise when you input the command.
That's awesome.
And if you've succeeded, you might also notice
Yeah, I
some
was gonna say there's
green
like a
mixing
green
with the flame.
flame.
It may be slight, but there is a difference.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
The strong version with the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents. It can be blocked, however, so be on the lookout for that.
Oh, is it punishable?
In such a case, you'll be left wide open.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
And this is a first for the Super Smash Bros. Series, but the
What?
side specials are split into 2 versions, a back special and a front special.
Whoa, wait, what?
That means there's one more side special than usual, Crack Shoot. This is a familiar move from his original game. There's also a command input version. It's performed by using the directional buttons down to the back, followed by the A or B button.
Man, they're starting to make this a fighting game. You can't call this a party game anymore.
The command version can launch your opponent quite a bit further. It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your opponent.
Can they go over projectiles?
At close range, if you happen to be blocked by a shield, it's hard to be counterattacked because you'll pass through them.
But can it, like throw a fireball.
There's something I want you to remember. When you do a crack shoot off screen, this is how it will look. Terry swings with his whole body when using Burning Knuckle and Crack Shoot, so it can be hard to recover.
Oh.
However, if you keep pressing backwards without inputting commands, you should be able to initiate Crack Shoot in the direction you're trying to recover. Let me show you one more time. Do this, then continue to press backward. And then you can recover. If you press too quickly or input some commands, you'll fly right off the stage, so be careful. And this is his up special, Rising Tackle. It also has weak and strong versions, each with differing heights. And did you notice that if you hold down briefly to charge, your whole body glows away? In this case, your whole body will be invincible at the start. Either way, your legs will be invincible. Here's an example of this invincibility in action. With the standard Rising Tackle,
I love these frame advance things.
I got
They're
completely
so,
wiped out when I
showing it
threw
like
myself
this.
at them. But with Rising Tackle's charged command version,
Sick.
you can't be hit at this moment.
That's
So
awesome.
you come out on top.
Like it looked like Terry took a shot to the nuts there.
You can of
those
course use
iframes
Rising
didn't
Tackle
feel
as a
it.
recovery as well. Even after using Burning Knuckle or Crack Shoot, you can still use Rising Tackle. This is also very helpful when you're trying to recover, so please keep that in mind. His down special is Power Dunk,
Power dunk.
an attack that rises and descends. This side, down, diagonally down command input is also known as the Shoryuken command.
I love how he calls it. It's just the
If you
Shoryuken
can pull it off,
command.
you'll be
Everyone knows
invincible at the
that.
start of the move. Also, you can hear a sound when it connects,
That's crunchy. That's crunchy.
but it might be tough to make out. Now, let's talk about canceling specials.
Oh,
I'd really like you to
shit.
keep this in mind.
Canceling.
First, if you use a special after
this is
attacking
a
with a
fighting
standard
game.
attack, the special won't come out until the move animation has finished. That
The
makes
way
sense,
it's
right?
being broken down like this.
But here's
this
what
is
happens
totally
if you
a fighting
cancel
game.
out of it. At this moment here, if you've successfully
Get
entered a
Ryu's
special
expression.
command,
He's like, oh,
the rest of the
shit.
animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again immediately. I'll do that again.
No,
Throw
poor
out a
Ryu,
kick like
don't do
normal.
it. Oh.
And once your leg extends, you'll perform the move. Set it up so that when you attack, you can go straight into a special.
I heard it
This will
land
increase your
connected.
offensive options. Please try this out.
Yeah, this is kind of cool.
For example, neutral attack 1, 2, and power down. This is a bread and
Yo,
butter
Sakurai
combo.
gotta put on a combo clinic here.
Aside from that, you can also get Terry
Yeah,
to
the
fly
walls.
out and attack in an
Sorry, I
M
wasn't
shape.
paying attention. I realized
In his original
those
game,
walls
you
just
could
there.
only cancel attacks on the ground, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's possible to cancel aerial moves.
Is that wall just here for like
The types of aerial attacks that you can
video, or
cancel
is the
are
stage
limited
actually
to
gonna
things
hold
like neutral air attacks or down air attacks. But I think it would be wise to use these combos to expand your offensive options. And at last, the final smash.
Final smash.
His final smash begins with triple geyser. Terry will shoot 3 geysers straight forward. However, if you think that's all, you're very mistaken.
You think that's all? You're very mistaken.
As you can see, if triple geyser connects, you'll follow up with power dunk and Buster Wolf. It's 3 moves in 1. It's a visually striking combo. You may be wondering what happened to his original super special moves. Yes, they're here too. With the usual rules, when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100% or higher,
Oh,
and in stamina
what?
mode, when his overall HP drops to 30% or less, you'll see this go icon at the bottom of the screen. At this
There's
point,
more.
if you enter this specific command, you can initiate the power geyser you see here. The command input is, if I borrow the way it's said in the original game, down, angle down, side, angle down, forward. Well, it's a bit complicated. Downward, then backward, then forward. You see,
Oh.
it is an action game after all, so you get to control the direction of your punch, be it right or left. In that case, no matter which direction you're going for, just swap the right input and left input. It's like this: downward, then backward, then forward. Or down, and then the opposite direction if that's forward. And then there's
This
this
is
other super
where
special move,
more traditional fighting game players are gonna have an advantage now in Smash.
Buster Wolf.
So all these directionals.
You can initiate this one by repeating the Hadouken command input twice. Down to side, then down to side
That's
again.
just like doing like a super. Yeah, it's not a super.
It can be rather difficult to pull off moves using the original game's command inputs, but you can also use simplified command inputs. In the case of Power Geyser, remember this: down, side, down, forward. As long as you input the command downward to the side, to the back, downward again, and then forward, you should be fine.
Alright.
In the case of Buster Wolf, it's simply down, side, side.
Oh, okay. You don't have to
That
get
should
the
be easy to
diagonals.
remember. Even though the command input is complex, it can still be blocked with ease. Since
All this
these
work.
moves can only be used when Terry has taken a lot of damage, you'll be in even more danger if your opponent blocks. so they're high risk and high
So
return.
don't do wake up supers.
Please save them for when you really need to make
Final
a last
Smash
ditch
and
effort.
Terry.
You can use it again and again, but be careful. Your opponent may be able to predict your move and take action. Essentially, it's best to use it when it's least expected, or to cancel out of a combo
Kyle
like
Bossman
this.
special. Don't use
For the
patterns.
taunts, I decided to match his original game. His up taunt is "Hey, come on, from the King of Fighters series. His down taunt spins his hat like in the Real Bout series. And his side taunt is "Stand Up" from Gutto, Mark of the
Oh,
Wolves.
Mark the Wolf. Stand up.
I've demonstrated him using various special moves in the game so far, and you can hear his voice.
Yeah, we're always done with him, and it's been only 20 minutes. We
Like
got 20
that.
minutes. We have 20 minutes of it.
We've incorporated both his longer remarks, like Power Wave, from older titles, and his shorter remarks, like
Yeah,
Rock
where
Lee,
are the other
from newer
outfits?
titles.
Alt costumes. See him.
And here are his color variations.
There you go.
There's a good variety of colors available from across the series, and the cap design is
This
slightly
is-
different in each version.
Oh my god.
They're based on his original games, and we've also included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the
Oh,
anime series.
we need 8 players. This is the first thing we need to do is 8-player Terry Bogard. Just
He sometimes takes off his cap too. For example, it happens during his victory pose. His cap also blows away when he is defeated in stamina mode.
cool.
The stage is called King of Fighters Stadium.
Wait, look at the background. Look. Ho ho.
It looks like one hardcore fighting coliseum.
Assist trophies?
The text above the Jumbotron reads, King of Fighters, without the. When we talk about a game title, we need the up front. But the name of
Bloodworth!
the tournament in the game
Blood!
story is just King of
Blood.
Fighters.
Duh.
This is a very unique stage.
This is the
and it
Smash
follows
Brothers
some
King of
rules that
Fighters
haven't
the
existed
rule.
in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before. First, the edge is walled off. In the Super Smash Bros. Series, you need to launch opponents off the stage. Here, however, the more damage a fighter has accumulated, the more the wall will visually react when they're launched into it. Can you see? Eventually, fighters
Whoa.
will break right through the wall.
Okay.
There are fireworks in the background. Basically, this special feature allows you to KO an opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
Wonder if these
That way,
changes
you
are
can enjoy
testing
the
the
battle
waters
more
for
like
like
you would in a traditional
a
fighting game.
overhaul for Smash Brothers in the future.
When you're close to the wall, it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is low.
Oh
It's
shit.
just like in regular stages. In the Real Bout Fatal Fury series, there was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out when they hit the wall. This isn't exactly the same, but we made it kind of similar to that.
Can you grab him
We
on the
hope you'll
edge
enjoy
with
playing
0% and
this
throw
stage with all its
him
special
out
rules.
still? It's a little
By
weird
the
just
way,
having the
there
three
are
of
guest
them there in
characters
the
in the background,
background.
right? Since we have the opportunity, I'd like to introduce them to you.
Wait. Oh, just cameos, okay.
First up, Andy Bogard.
Andy Bogard.
He's the adoptive brother of Terry Bogard. Both of them were adopted from an orphanage and raised by Jeff Bogard. However, while Terry's teacher was Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under Mai Shiranui's father. He uses the Koppoken fighting style. Joe Higashi. He's one of the three main characters from earlier games in the Fatal Fury series. He's the only one that doesn't have any connection to Geese Howard. He's a Muay Thai champion. Kung Fu Ru. He's the master of the Holy Fist of 8 Ways, and he also trained Jeff Bogard. He can enlarge his body as well. Billy Kane.
Billy Kane.
He's been in many Fatal Fury games since the first one, and he's the right-hand man of Geese Howard. While he appears in the first game, his costume is based on his appearances in King of Fighters 97 onwards. You can't really see his back, but the no smoking symbol is definitely there. Geese Howard. He's the big boss of
Throw him
Southtown,
out. Throw him out the
and he's the
window.
rival of Terry Bogard. Falling off of buildings is his thing.
Yeah, that better be a falling off. He better in the background. He
Howard.
better fall off
His first
a
appearance
build
was
like
Gado
that building in the
Mark of the
background.
He's the son of Geese Howard, and Terry actually raised him. That means his appearance in this game at this age with that look doesn't really jive with the timeline, but Smash is kind of like that to begin with, right?
The Smash timeline.
Kim Kapwan. He uses Taekwondo and considers himself a fighter for justice. His Ho'okyaku is very famous. Ryuji Yamazaki. His first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3, and he's a criminal known as Dark Broker. He's very selfish and sadistic. Blue Mary. Her first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3 too. She uses Combat Sambo, and she's a good drinking buddy of Terry's. Those were the characters from the Fatal Fury series, but from here on, let me introduce characters from other series. Athena Asamiya. She's a Psycho Soldier. Psycho Soldier is a memorable game released around 1986, and it was the first title to feature a fully voiced theme song within the game. This epic song was also remixed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it was recorded in both Japanese
That's
and
good trivia
English.
too.
Music start. Kyo Kusanagi. He's the protagonist of the King of Fighters series, and he uses the ancient martial arts Kusanagi-ryu. Speaking of the protagonist, there are differences depending on which version you're talking about, like Orochi and Nest. Anyway, he is forever a school kid.
Forever.
Iori
school
Yagami.
kid.
Originally, he was introduced as Kyo Kusanagi's rival, but when I first saw this character in the game at the time, due to his look and attitude, I thought, whoever created this character must be a genius. Goro Daimon.
Whoever created this
He's a
character
judo gold medalist
must be
belonging
a
to the Japanese
genius.
team, and he likes
Now
to
you
throw
know what
javelins.
Sakurai thinks is a genius
Chan
character
Hohen and
design.
Choi Bonge. One is an escaped convict,
Sakurai.
and the other is a slasher. They are currently undergoing rehabilitation under the previously mentioned Kim Kapwan. Ralph Jones and Clark Still. Originally, they were main characters in the Ikari Warriors series before Neo Geo.
Yeah, Ikari Warriors.
They appeared as guests in the Metal Slug series too.
Yeah.
Ryo Sakazaki, the protagonist of Art of Fighting. The original Art of Fighting was released just before Fatal Fury 2.
Jeez, look how much work
That
went
means
into
it was the
this.
first game to implement a true super special move. How could I not include him? King. Her first appearance was in Art of Fighting, and she's a bouncer and bodyguard. She is a beautiful woman with an androgynous sense of style. Next, Yuri Sakazaki. She was kidnapped in the first Art of Fighting game, but after that, she trained hard and mastered Kyokugen Karate in just 1 year. In other words, she's a genius. So, as you can see, we've included many characters, a total of 20 characters. You know, it's very cumbersome. I mean, it takes a lot of time. But so many people love each and every one of these characters, even outside the confines of their individual series, so we simply had to do our best by them. By the way, you may have noticed that a very important character from the Fatal Fury series was not included. Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages, so we decided not to feature her. Please forgive me. Also, my music features a variety of tracks, and the music
That
plays
is like the
reflects
most
special
pure,
guests here.
the most pure explanation for
example,
why we're not.
There's a track called Pasta, and when the music
That's
is
a
playing,
good
Andy
little
Bogard
voice
will always
girl.
appear.
Can that be used forever
I hope you
now?
look forward to that
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh. Oh, that was. I gotta stop.
Okay, I'm done providing
Gonna pass
information,
out.
so now let's jump into some actual battles. This time, I'm going to play the Terry route of Classic mode. On top of that, I want to try and hit the highest intensity level. Let's see if I can get all the way up to
Go!
intensity
And
9.9.
Sakurai gonna get to 9.9?
Honestly, playing the game in extreme difficulty while doing commentary is extremely hard. One or the other is doable, but
Smash
doing
is for
both
good
at once
boys and
forces me to
girls.
divide my attention.
So let's
But
make
it
a
means
list
I
of
should do my
characters who
best with
can't
both.
be in Smash Brothers now.
Do my best. First, this route is named the King of Smash. 3 characters who have some sort of connection will appear as a set, a challenge that looks somehow familiar.
Wait, is this?
Okay, the first intensity level is 5.0. That should be fine. All battles in Terry's route are stamina battles. This stage's special KO rule that I talked about earlier isn't the best match for stamina rules, but oh well. On his route, a lot of stages feel like they're from a
Yo,
traditional
think
fighting
Sakurai
game.
would win the Easy Allies Smash tournament?
Okay, I did it.
Sakurai taunting!
Of course, even in this mode, it's not impossible for me to try for a KO, but normally it'll be over before then. There. Done.
Done.
Looks like he's saying, give me something. Next, round 2. It's the Legend of Zelda team. Just because characters are in a team because of their similarities, that doesn't mean that they have to be from the same game. This is Let's Go to Seoul, Kim Kapwan's theme. And I've got it set up so that we don't move from the bottom of Prison Tower. It would be easiest to simply knock him off the screen, but I'm not going to do that, because it's not as fun to watch.
You won't use cheese strats, chat.
I knocked him off.
When you
Over
have
here.
Sakurai and achieve it yourself. He'll do no cheese.
It's gonna blow. Will he do it? Alright. The boomerang's not coming back,
Boomerang's not coming.
and I can't go to the edge. Oh no!
You thought he was gonna knock him down. Oh!
The tables have turned.
Oh, I thought Zelda was gonna win.
Cancelled it.
So this will be the next 13 minutes will be just this, Chad.
He wears his cap backward when he does a power dunk. Now you could call this the giant. All
Bowser!
the giants are lined up. Of course, the music track is Taku and Stepi. Of course, he says. You might wonder who Taku and Stepi are. But it seems like it means
Ah,
Tanaka
Bowser
and
got
Stepi.
annihilated.
This track is from
DDD!
Fatal Fury 2. There's a giant wrestler named Big Bear, and this is his track. Regardless of the track name, it's a really famous hard rock song, so please give it a listen. The original song was called Yusha Raiden. There's that masked wrestler. Big Bear is his true identity. He's called Raiden.
So you're really gonna go through all this to show everyone it?
Jump! I'm beginning to find the intensity quite tough. Round 4. The whole atmosphere is a little different than how it's been up until now, right? We've been to arena-style flat stages, but suddenly we're at a battlefield form stage. Oh, there's an item.
Oh, there's an item.
There's an arcade game series called Athena, and this stage uses that as a motif. Oh, he's metal.
Oh, he's metal.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I suppose both Lady Palutena and the Athena games were possibly an homage to the Athena of Greek mythology. Plus, I wanted to do something where two characters who are similar or have similar abilities are together. It's a nice Kokugenryu team.
Don't do it.
If I let my guard down, I'll easily be defeated, so I need to pay attention. Not bad, you.
I'm a little. I know my
By the
outfit
way,
is not
You can use
as
moves like crack shoot to aim
revealing
for
as
overhead platforms, so they
Palutena's,
have some
but I
utility
mean,
to them. I kept her in check. Phew, that was close. Looks like that firebar didn't work out for her.
dang, Sakurai, you're crushing it.
It's getting brutal. The intensity is close to 8.
Oh, here we go.
You could say the opposing team is comprised of heroes from different companies. Sonic and Terry are on the stage. Actually, Sonic and Terry were both created in '91, so they're the same age. And the next year, in '92, Kirby was born. Everyone's getting old. but they're still on active duty. You know, it's easier to fight on sloped ground. When using crack shoot, it's especially easy going uphill. Yikes.
Yeah, there's only 10
It's
minutes
too soon
left.
to be taking this much damage. I started out with 150 HP.
I like
so I feel
the
like I'm
Terry
losing.
thing in the background. The,
Next, Mega Man.
the
He was born in
posters
87.
and the Jumbotron.
The first Street
whatever.
Fighter came out in 87 as well,
fighter
so that makes
profile
Ryu the
images.
same age. That was bad.
That was getting low on HP.
Don't go off screen. Ah, he went off. I'm sorry. And now, Pac-Man from 1980 is here. Of course, this character was made by Bandai Namco Studios, but when I talk to their team, I'll call him your company's character. They always come back saying, oh yeah, our company's character. I often have these kinds of exchanges with them. Oh, that was close.
Ooh!
But I won't give in until the very end. I've got a super special move. How was that?
Connected.
Not enough? I see. Well,
Not
not
enough.
now.
I see. Oh, okay.
It's
you
bad
pulled
to
it
keep
off.
using the same move. Seriously. Next, you could call this Team
Oh shit!
Darkness. With the track Soy Sauce for Geese, playing on the rooftop,
Soy
it's got
sauce
the aura
for
of a
geese.
final showdown. Oh, not good.
Come
Up
on,
next
get
is
Ridley out of there.
Ganondorf.
Nice.
I don't want to get hit by him. Not even once.
Ganondorf! Uh-oh.
Yikes.
These are some meaty hits from him if you get hit.
You can't take things lightly in moments like this one.
Watch out. Yeah, punish him. This is some punishment.
That was a bad move.
That was a bad move while he proceeds to grab him. Watch out! You made it? Yeah. You got it.
Alright, can I do
Come
this
on.
without getting hit?
Nice.
Now for a
Right,
scary
just
one.
got Bayonetta. Ooh.
Yep. I'm
out.
giving this everything I've got.
Ah, what are you
That
doing?
was just dangerous. Pulling off that midair jump was risky. Uh-oh.
Alright, I get escape.
She's so good.
Watch that.
That was a beautiful move.
You whiffed.
But she couldn't take advantage of that opportunity.
Nice.
That will cost her a lot.
Is this a Sakurai being like, hey, check out how good I am?
Time for the final battle. It's not Master Hand, but Ryu, Ken, and then Terry. Art of Fighting version 230000000.0 is playing. In other words, it's kind of a themed fight. He's super strong, so I have to work hard.
This is the dream matchup.
I'm not
you've been
pacing this
waiting
out
for.
very well.
Dude!
I'm starting from 150 HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu before my HP dropped to 100.
Oh
But I
shit.
can't give up until the end. I
Ken!
have a super special move.
Come on.
But
Watch out.
Terry is last, so he can use the same
Look
super
out, look
special
out.
move. But this is no time for chit chat. It's really tough doing this while
Sakurai focusing
Oh, no.
out right now. Got caught by that fireball. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, one more, you got him.
This is no good. Got it.
Nice.
It gets even
Is
tougher
it
from
mirror
here.
match?
I messed up a perfect shield.
I messed up a perfect shield.
Here he comes. I gotta be on guard.
Nice, Sakurai.
Yeah, but with a power wave?
Oh, Sakurai's
If I could have pulled off a
disappointed.
super special move, that would have been awesome. But, alright,
Nah,
did I
please,
make it to
roll it
intensity
back. We gotta
9.9?
redo it all. Going back to the start.
Yes, I did. That was hard work.
How many takes do you think that took? First try?
Terry Bogard is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing as him in such situations.
Jeez. Yeah, it's only 5 minutes.
Next, let's talk about the music. This time we have something very special lined up for you. For instance, when we were deciding which songs to include in this set, we thought about concentrating on songs related to Terry, but there were a lot of big band style songs that didn't really fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music of SNK has always been great, right from the beginning. So this time, we selected tracks that could be called SNK style. Basically, we expanded the selection a bit to include series outside of just Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters. SNK songs have always been great, really. This was true before Neo Geo, and all the way from the old The King of Fighters games to the arrangements in the latest installment, The King of Fighters 14. We did a lot of digging around, and finally managed to narrow our many candidates down to 50 songs.
50 tracks? What?
We never intended to do
50?
something like this, of course. So we submitted our 50 proposals to SNK, expecting them to pick
50
out maybe
proposals.
10 or 20 that they considered acceptable. But they told us they were okay. As a result, we've pretty much added
What?
in 50 songs.
Oh, wow.
Have a look at the list.
Holy shit.
That's how we ended up with the list we have, but we worked hard to deliver some of the best remixes. This was a very special one-off case, and I don't think we'll be able to do the same for other series. To be honest, I think that being able to hear such a selection
Samurai
might make the
Showdown.
Fighter's Pass worth
Metal
quite a
Slug.
bit more than its price.
Wow.
I do hope you'll enjoy it. Challenger Pack 4 comes with a Spirit Board too. The Spirit Board can be selected via the Spirits menu. Have a look at the background. If it looks familiar to you,
Whoa.
you'll start feeling pretty nostalgic. Shinkiro-san's artwork is always so nice and vibrant, isn't it?
That is awesome.
You can also look forward to mock tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old school Athena and Ralph and Clark artwork really is something. Now for the Mii Fighters. Please have a look.
Ha. Samurai Showdown. Art of fighting. Yeah, well. Remember, this person who designed him is a genius to Sakurai. Have to have it. Virtual Fighter! Yeah! No big surprise this time.
SNK was also involved with the Mii Fighter set this time, so it has a strong fighting game influence. It borrows a lot from the series Nakoruru comes from, like her wind slash attack, so I hope you'll enjoy those little details. Moving on to Amiibo, here's the new lineup.
Yeah, we've known about
Simon,
it.
Chrom, and Incineroar. Each of these will be released on Friday, November 15th.
Wait.
Next, let's discuss the details of the updates. We've made some improvements to battle arenas. First, we're making it so you can send messages to each other in a battle arena. The messages are preset. So there's that, and also the player who created the arena can now change the rules. We've also added the option to play either Battlefield form or Omega form at random in the stage settings. Aside from that, you can now pick Elite only as an arena type. Furthermore, quick play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know. As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've made it so anyone is now free to join. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Terry is due for distribution on November 6th. If you have the Fighter's Pass, you'll be able to get him straight away, or you can purchase him separately. Well, I think that wraps it up for our Terry Bogard showcase. I hope we were able to convey his appeal. By the way, his reveal trailer was aired in advance. It was created using SNK pixel art. The complete version of it, including the gameplay portion, is finally ready. I'd like to show it to you after this.
Oh!
Now this is something of an inside story, but I of course wrote the plot for SNK's pixel art packed reveal trailer. When the invitation comes out, you might recall how it says, "Don't be late, S." That is not what I wrote. It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate inside jokes. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there. I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series S. Well then, let's move on to the intro movie.
This is such a good video. No. The best. It's the saddest moment. But Sakurai said my designer was a genius. Ha ha ha!
Hey, cover! Rising Tattoo! Horror Wave! Launch you! How about that? Are you okay? Presto Bow! Hey, come on, come on! Counter!
Brilliant.
Launch you! Radical! Oh my God! Here's the big one!
Nice name.
Terry! Win! Okay!
Good stuff, Sakurai. Footage shown is still under development.
We crammed in a little too much content this time. Hopefully, I'll be able to make future showcases a little shorter.
Plural. Wait, what? Wait, that's how it ends? Wait, that was a little abrupt. What? Wait. I feel like that's a troll. That's it? Okay. Sorry it was so long. See you next time. Oh, poor Sakurai. Should we check? When did they usually become available? Oh yeah, and we knew there was no new character reveal. I thought there'd be a surprise in the Mii stuff. The Mii fighter. I thought like one of them would be like a surprise. But it was all pretty expected stuff. Pretty cool. 50 music tracks. Holy. Yeah, they put a lot of effort. They obviously put a lot of effort into this one. Sakurai clearly has a lot of respect for SNK and their fighting game series. I mean, just SNK in general, but for both Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, I mean, dropping the knowledge bombs there. What, Gino? Who said Gino wasn't deconfirmed? I didn't even say Gino. Who said it? Did someone say? Oh. Okay. I can check. I have my Switch here. I can check and see if it's available. But I thought the characters don't drop till the evening, right? Because like Banjo didn't come out till like the afternoon our time. Like it's still morning, so I don't think it's probably gonna be available till later, right? Yeah, that's all right. It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. What time is it? It is. Excuse me. It is 5:50. So it's 6 hours of the showcase. I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah, that was cool. Next, I think they will probably. I mean, obviously, if there's not a direct between now and the end of the year, it'll be at the Game Awards, the next Smash announcement. In fact, I think the next Smash character will straight up be announced. They'll probably announce the next Smash character at the Game Awards, and then they'll probably also have like an announcement about timetable for like what's coming after the season pass, since they said they're going to be making more fighters for that. So I don't know if they'll get two character reveals in December, or if we're just going to get the last one of the first season, and then they might say something about the future characters, like something of a tease. Um, yeah, I still feel like I feel like if there's a direct that's going to happen, it was going to happen like this week. I feel like we probably will not get, and with Pokemon coming out, I don't think we're gonna get another direct this year. I think we're just gonna get the Game Awards, and then there'll probably be a big direct, probably like in January or beginning of February. Yeah, that explanation about why I know Mai was interesting. Would it have been that sacrilegious to SNK fans to give like Mai an alternate outfit? But yeah. Oh well, not too long. I mean, they have till February to get out the last fighter, so yeah, it'll probably, it's like almost certain the next last fighter will be announced at the Game Awards. Yeah, people would have complained more. Oh well. I mean, I expect the fifth Smash character reveal at the Game Awards, and probably at least I wouldn't be surprised there's a Breath of the Wild sequel update, and maybe one other Nintendo announcement. Might not be first party, but like a game for Switch. Yeah. Well, it scratches my arms and hands right now from my cat. I had some chicken for dinner last night, and Cloud got extremely aggressive. Usually shooing them off is enough, but he put up a. Actually, it was the first time I ever seen him. He put up a fight to try and get the food, and I was like, "Excuse me." was not a yeah. It was like, okay, that hurt. Yeah, cat was he just wanted freaking food. I wasn't that good of chicken. It was just like, okay, he was like stubborn at that point. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Sorry no one else was here. It's like 5 in the morning. The only reason I'm here is because the community showcase is in 6 hours, and unfortunately, things that start around like 11-ish or whatever, or our time, like between 11 and noon, it's not the easiest time for me to come in. Generally, it's a toss-up. I've been leaning to more towards just like getting normal sleep and then just dealing with cutting it close, getting in on Wednesdays, and just being like, screw it, you know, just traffic's gonna cause me to like show up like right at the last minute. But because they announced the Smash stuff, I was like, I'll come in early and bypass traffic. Yeah. Twitch didn't give you a notification? It should have been all set up. Bummer about that. Yeah. No, there's like no food or anything even open either. Like, that's the other thing. I have to like figure out food because we're going to be doing community showcase. So Brandon and I will be doing community showcase from noon to whenever. I haven't checked anything. I like haven't looked at anything, obviously. But I think Jones was saying this one actually is going to be, unless there's a last minute rush of submissions, it's one of the shortest showcases, I guess. There weren't a lot of submissions this month. I don't know what that is. Like, maybe just November. Maybe people don't want to like submit stuff for me. I don't know. So it doesn't sound like it's gonna be like the usual like 3-4 hour thing. Sounds like it's gonna be shorter than that. So I'll probably text Huber when we're done to maybe see if he can come in a little earlier, because I know it says 4 o'clock for that. It doesn't really matter when we start because I'm stuck here till like 8-9 because I don't want to do the drive home in traffic. But yeah, we got Mike and Mike doing Smash Brothers, and actually, we can check this out real quick. I want to see this. Hey, wait, does the Wii remote? Hang on. Well, we're really about to find out. Hang on. There we go. Look at that. Already live. How do I win a Smash battle? Where's that new stage?
Stop battle. Harry.
Where's the Wario? I'm playing with this before. Hang on one sec.
Go. Stand back. Stand back. Hey, come on, come on.
Lane, go. Holy shit. Wait. pretty short range. No, don't hit him. No!
Stand back.
I can't use default there. Trying to figure out how you do that move. Just talking about, okay, there we go. The go when you have go activated. Okay, there we go. I forgot to turn items off.
Okay.
Okay.
Classic mode. Terry.
Time to see how bad we are compared to Sakurai.
Ready? Go.
Damn, they like their friends there. Oops. But I should try throwing him off the edge.
Ready? Go. Lock two. Goodbye.
Nice, Link. No! Oh god, that kickback move. Forgot about that. Oof, that face on Zelda. Eek. Bowser! Jeez, almost got one shot. Wow. Damn. I'll use my specials here. Yeah. Jeez. Roll right into it. That's a Cal Bossman move. No! No! Sakurai is way better than me. All right.
Continue.
Nah.
Final results.
Ooh.
Classic mode.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to play with Terry first. Training. Let's do a training mode.
Training.
Where's a normal size? No, where's Ryu? Where's Ryu? Where's Ryu again? No, I always forget. I haven't played this game in 10,000 years.
Ryu.
Oh no, I gotta pick Terry first.
Terry. Ryu.
So neutral B is that. But you say there's two variations of it. I forget. How do you do it? Is it hold it or? I already forget the presentation. They look exactly the same. Oh wait, one's faster. Yeah, I'm gonna start from here. I can tell. Alright, so that didn't make it to 10. Needed that. Okay. Yep. See this hitbox here. Like, stay up right there and move right there. I want to see the hitbox for this. Oops, shit. Back. Damn it. It's a really small window for doing it in the air there. Ah, shit, dashed. Stop dashing. Okay. Start here again. Man, you gotta be really close. So you gotta be like that far. Maybe so. Oops. So we tried this Sorry. So we did distance. Let's try from here. Okay, that hits. Alright, so you're gonna be like a box and a half about. So we tried 2 boxes away. This doesn't land. It does, okay. So then this should land. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Alright. Alright, reset. Dang. It's got some range. No, it's too far back. Right there again. Oop. Oh, that recovery is really bad. Sorry, I'm trying to do this. Just dive here. One day, I'll do this right. It's forward to me, bro. Scroll down. God. Wait, did it not have a double jump anymore? Wait a second. Okay, it does. Stick controller is being stupid. That's a wall. Everyone thinks it's a wall. Yeah, okay, that was the end of the range. Whoa. Damn, you gotta hit it right away. Jeez. Movement's stiff. Oh yeah, I just want to test. They don't go over. Gotta be in the air, I guess. Okay. Dead. Doing the wrong input. Right. Let's see what this does in the air. Cool. Alright, that is interesting. Alright, just want to try it out. That was fun. Alright. Terry available now. Go check it out. I am done. See you all in a little bit.